Hey everyone, Requiem Paranormal, Tiffany ITC here. I wanted to go through this session, and because I was thinking about it, and there's so many things that like stood out to me and things like that, and I feel like I should talk about it, especially after what they said in here. That they want me to tell what they say, and how I decode it. There's nothing wrong with trying. You know what I mean? And you never know. I've had numerous incidences where things have matched up, and it is what was said. And so I just want to go through this whole session and kind of just, in my opinion, what I feel from what I hear. I want to tell you what I feel. So let me start this. I already pulled it up and got it ready to go. ORIN, off the top.
It's a boy. ORIN! Oh my god.
And I heard that they're in heaven, and that's why I said, oh my god, but I didn't want to say anything yet, because I'm like, okay, maybe I misheard that, but they end up saying it, I think more than twice. We'll see if I can remember how many. I have the worst memory. I hop from things. I will try my best to stay on track, but things just start coming to me, and I get sidetracked. I do that, period. I get sidetracked. So anyways, let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Hang on real quick. Don't want to listen, right? They kept okay, this is one of the first times that it was kind of mentioned, that the kids aren't good kids. You know what I mean? Quote unquote, aren't good kids. Also hints the fact that, in the interview that the adoptive parents, the parents' house that the kids came up missing from, Trezell, I believe, and Jacqueline. So he ends up saying something to the effects of, if we find the kids, if you find the kids, they may be a very rambunctious, they like to mess around a lot. It was all kind of like negative things. And then they go on to say, oh, but, you know how kids are. But that just stood out to me. Like, why would, it's hard to say sometimes in certain situations how you would react in that situation. If it's not you, you really don't know. But I mean, in this case, why would he say that? To me, it'd be like, if you find them, yeah, they're probably going to be scared, but they're strong boys. And, like, I don't know. It just rubbed me so wrong. Like, why would that be the first thing out of your mouth? And I feel that was the first thing because he's trying to suppress that emotion so hard. That's why he stood there with his arms underneath his armpits for 15 minutes. Well, that interview was for 14 minutes, okay? The full interview. And he stood there with his damn hands underneath his armpits the whole fucking time. Mind you, we got quote unquote mom over there, Jacqueline, swaying side to side. It was cold outside, so was she swaying because she was, she was cold? I've done that before, like kept moving, and rocking because it kind of keeps your mind off of being cold. But I highly, highly doubt that. I mean, she had a damn jacket on and pants and, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. And, you know, he made sure that that mask was all the way up, you know? It just, like everybody else is saying too, I said it from the jump. I said, dude, that reminds me of Chris Watts. It was like a mix. The two of them were combined were Chris Watts. No joke. You know, no tears. And then just now, I just seen, that's why I wanted to go through this real quick, because I just seen new footage came out. A guy, on his own channel went and traveled to California City and went to one of the neighbors' houses that he got in contact with that has, surveillance footage. And it shows in his body language. Okay, so I will attach that video of him going over to the neighbor's house and recording with his phone. He went live on his phone and recorded that dude's surveillance. There's also surveillance of another day where he said that they all left to go to Bakersfield to drop the other 4 kids off at the grandma's house, and they were going to do some shopping. Okay, but the camera shows that only 4 kids got in. The 4 that belonged to them. The 2, I believe, some might be adopted, but I'm not too sure. But I know for a fact that the 2 boys, ORIN and ORSON, were not in that lineup getting in the damn van. And he had them kids lined up like goddamn military. Like, I know when I get my kids in the car, it's crazy. It gets crazy sometimes. Sometimes it's smoother than other times, but with that many kids, I have 5 kids, okay? So I know how it is getting into a vehicle. He had them lined up, ready to go. They got in there, no questions asked. You know what I mean? It was just like, boom. It was like he said, get in there and shut the fuck up. And I'm saying this because it's gonna tie in to something that we end up hearing within this session. So let's go.
What happened to him, guys? What happened to ORIN and ORSON?
That's a guy.
Bad. That was
that place crazy.
crazy. Burning.
Boy.
Who did this to them?
Let's see who did it. Touching that boy.
Something about a boy.
Me? Could you help him? I think they were talking about my tattoo.
Were these boys getting abused?
They're in heaven. Second time. Oh, here. There's a little boy.
Good. I heard ORIN again.
Look. Go in hell for those babies, right? And then it says, you're taking life from your customer. Right? Because they get paid to have them babies. So I feel like they referred to them as customers to them. Like, you're taking life from your customer. And they're very cryptic sometimes, but they know that I'll sit here and I'll, like, I've never done this before where I've actually sat down and, screen recorded me going through it. But I do this. I'll listen to them over and over again. And I've done other missing people and things I've lined up. I just never really posted them. But I'm learning that this is my little niche, like I really enjoy doing this, and Yes. And then I reach out to others too to give information, and like I don't know, but this one's really pulling at me. Let's listen. So, what did they say? Hang on. Shit. Okay. Let's start it here.
Were these boys getting abused? Gore. I heard ORIN again.
I warned it.
Can my guys tell me anything?
Okay. It's the old foundation. Okay, so check it out. I don't want to go out of this, but I may have to, and then I'll just go back in and I'll find it. So where are we at? 6:13. Hopefully I remember that. But so I'm about to show you. Okay, so when I heard this, the way it sounded with the headphones in, and I hope all of you are listening with headphones, but it was very, I don't know, it stood out to me for some reason. So it said, it's the old foundation, right? So I thought, and I was like, I typed in Google Eyes, I put in the old foundation in California City. All of a sudden I see something pop up, and it says the old, whatever the word was, foundation. I saved it. I'm not good at remembering like names of things for some reason. I'm just really bad. Like, I don't remember people's names. I'm horrible with it. And I don't understand it, but it's me. Let me see here. No, see. All right. Screenshots. Right here. Okay. So I found Old Monterey Foundation, right? So I clicked on it, right? And it's like a national park. It's a very nature scenic type of place. Okay. There is water there as well. Nothing was mentioned about water in the session, but you never know. You never know. And, I'm not saying I'm right about this, but I'm just going off of what, Spirit's telling me. And I trust them, like, and, even if this comes out and this has nothing to do with it, like, at least like I tried. And, if somebody comes across this where something else clicks to them and something they got, something like that. So okay. So where the boys came up missing was supposedly in California City. Okay. I wonder, let me do this. I got you guys. Here, let me. Okay. You want to screen right? Okay. So California City is where the boys supposedly came up missing. Okay. Bakersfield is where they moved from. Okay. 3 months prior. And then, okay, I just noticed here, though, it was like this picture popped up and I was just like, okay, they could have easily, you never know. I'm just throwing it out there because of what I got, okay? What if they were here, okay? Since the kids weren't seen, getting into the van on the 19th, like Trezell stated, okay? Since they weren't seen, we're going to assume, okay, and this is just assuming, that the kids were already gone. Okay, something had already happened to them, because why weren't they there? And he said they were there. Okay, and the way that everybody was moving, very military like, you know, I don't know, it's just not sitting right. So who's to say that the babies weren't gone already? Like something had already happened to them. What if people are saying that they did see these little kids, like their kids asked to play with them and things like that, like, but they weren't, they hadn't seen them for about 3 to 4 weeks, okay? So who's to say that something didn't happen, okay? And then for whatever reason, they take a little road trip, or the guy just does, you know, and goes out. It was just weird to me how it said, you know, the old foundation, okay? And yes, it didn't say this, but, you know, I'm like, what? You know, like, this is crazy. I put the, you know, old Monterey Foundation distance to California City. That's what I put in. Because I was curious. Yes, it's very far, but if you're trying to get rid of something, okay, and then, okay, something ends up coming up in the session about a man. Okay, they tell me, T, I see a man. Okay, and the man's name's Pat. And who's to say, and they also mention something about money too. Who's to say that something didn't happen to them kids and he knew exactly who to call, or found out somebody to call, and they came and picked up the kids somehow, or they brought the kids to wherever, and then that person took them out to the old foundation, out at the national park where the water is. And yeah, I don't know, but this is just, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm sorry I keep saying it, but I just don't want anyone to think that I'm stating like, yes, this is it. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's go back. Discard. Let's go back to this. We don't want to hear all that crap.
Go there. So let's just start this.
Oh, I hate hearing my voice.
Anything.
Okay.
Who was involved with this?
Right on it. Very humble. At tea time, right? Miracles happen.
Where are the boys? Where are Orson and ORIN?
God crazy. Believe them. We love you all.
Are they alive?
Inside musician. Thank you. I don't know what the hell that is. Look.
What?
Wrap them boys up. Wrap them boys up. Are you serious?
What? Got them boys.
The end of that day. You hear the little kids in the back? Find them.
Does someone have them?
Destiny. For you make them, right? You made their destiny. I love you. Where they fall asleep. Boy, I said to shut. See, I think that right there, because sometimes spirit will do that. They'll like reenact things and scenes like of what happened. I've talked to so many that have literally like they'll act it out for me. They'll say one side and the other one will respond, and it's like you can see it, and then look, we're up in heaven.
Was the adopt?
March.
Was the adoptive mother or father involved?
Look, I say was the mother or father involved? Boy, you know this. My spirits sometimes they talk crazy. Someone met me.
All of them.
Look,
oh my God.
I said who is involved? Right after I said, was it the mom and the dad? Who was involved? And it said all of them. Very loud. Let's hear that. That was like, what?
All of them. Oh my God.
A little girl or a little boy or something.
I just got the chills.
Look. Okay. And they say that sometimes. When I get the chills, they'll go, you're welcome, or there you go. It's like they give me little zaps or something. It's so funny. There was a noise that happened and they said, what was that?
Are these babies in heaven?
We chilling. Apple.
I heard ORIN again.
Watch this. Beyond dirty. Look at that. Daddy
His
boy.
wife something.
Don't. Put your hand in there.
What happened to them? Where did you take them?
Look. Oh my God. Dead. Come on. That's so sad. No way. I really am praying this is not true. I hope it's like totally freaking wrong. Oh my God. Okay. Watch this. And it's like he starts talking. It's like a little boy starts talking and piping in. You can hear a little kid's voice. And he's talking about, watch, just listen.
What happened to them? Where did you take them?
They put him right. And he'd been naughty. Look at that. And he'd been naughty. Move it. You want to get out or something? See, and that leads me to believe, like you said, wrap them boys up. I feel like they were inside of something, like the spirits were looking in on their bodies, because I asked them to, like, it mentally, and that's also why I wanted to do a video like this too, to explain, like, I sit there and I say, like, show me what it looks like. Say anything that describes anything, because anything could be something.
Why did those babies look so skinny? What was going on beforehand?
It's done. But I took that as it doesn't matter what the hell, was going on beforehand. It's done. They did it, and, it's like I said, I think it said destiny dirty. You know what I mean? Like, that's... Somebody do it. Watch. Listen. whatever. See? Orin. They're foolish. Watch. Telling it.
Now, if they did do something, hang on 1 second. Now,
Let's hear what I have to say there.
if the adoptive parents did something to them, Spirit, can you tell me where did they take them? Did they do this after they took their other kids to Grandma's house?
I can't see the room. I can make it big, and I feel like that's something aimed at the parents. Like, you know, you can make it big. Like, did they want to get in the public eye? Like, I'm not trying to dig to, you know, like, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm like digging at anything, but you never know. Crazy shit goes on nowadays, man. Yeah. Look, are you still gonna do that? Like I said, sometimes they'll reenact like things that were said, arguments, fights. Like sometimes I could hear them like, he hit me in the jaw, or like, you know, my nose is bleeding, he hit me, you know, and then, but you'll hear the guy also, you know, like, I'm trying to be quiet because, oh, I thought I was waking up my kids. I'm so sorry. See, look, sidetracked. Let's get to this. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Thank you guys so much. I'll listen to all of this a little bit later, okay? I can't.
They hide it. Yeah. Are you still gonna do that? Look. See? Hide it. Are you still gonna do that? It's like they were telling me, you know, this is what was said, you know, and they wanted to hide them, and then this is what was said. So were they asking somebody to hide the kids? Listen to what's next.
Thank you guys so much. I'll listen to all of this a little bit later, okay? I can't really.
Because the mom, I guarantee you, they both ain't sleeping, but the mom especially, I just feel it. And I feel like that's what they were saying, that they made her ill. But it's like, you know, no, they didn't. She made herself fucking ill.
Understand much right now.
Unless she had no control, you know, unless he did something to them kids and then she's just going along with it, you know.
I'm hearing a few things. I know for sure I got ORIN. That name came through, so a few times.
Right time to come on. This is a wake up. That's my sign to stay on it. Everything go back up and come on.
Had motive. Fuck.
He was going around reading the menu. Okay, I had to pause, and now I'm back. I'm sorry, they did wake up. So, I was saying... Okay.
Had motive. Fuck. Who's the lead? The husband?
He was going around reading the menu. Okay. I thought I heard him say the lead, but... And I think that's, you know... He was going around reading the menu. He was going around rehearsing what he was gonna feed everyone off of the menu that he created. He's feeding everybody a bunch of bullshit. Get up. Go. waking that bitch up.
What's up?
Give me money inside. Give me money inside. Like inside job.
They're found. Will these boys be found? Dead or alive? Will they be found? When will they be found? Can you tell me?
Got the money. Got they money. Got they money. Pretty bad waking up with him.
What? I'll have to listen back to that one.
What does that mean? And then they were talking about them sleeping earlier. Definitely
Hi. The end. What is the end? Can you tell me the end of what?
I said, what is it the end of, right? Is it being alive?
Spirit, what can you tell me about ORIN and ORSON? Please tell me anything.
Yes.
I'm focusing on them.
Watch. A little kid. That tripped me out because I was imagining them, I was envisioning them, and then you hear him, he goes, back up. And then he goes, you hear me?
I just heard a kid.
Issue it. What they're doing.
If the babies are here, it's okay.
Issue it. They know what they're doing. I think they're talking about the police, honestly. Because it's like, they know, you know? And then I said, issue it. How do we know they're not going to issue a warrant out for their arrests, right? Because all this fucking information that just came out with that new video, and like I said, I will tag that at the bottom too. Look at that.
If the babies are here, it's okay, baby. You can talk. You can talk to me.
You have to do this. Help me.
Your book.
Listen. Infamous.
Hello there. I heard a kid.
That was cool. He goes, watch this. Purple hair.
I'm a mommy. I have kids. I have little ones just like you.
Look at that. My life was a bad joke.
Now, I don't know if that's, you know... If this is ORIN or ORSON, can you please say your name, honey?
Hey, you see him? Bayou Dad. My dad is always next to me. And they always mention whoever it is that comes in, they always are like standing next to my dad. So they've mentioned that so many times when I call spirits in, and they'll say, he's next to your father, or he's next to your dad. Or my dad will say, he's with daddy, you know. Hey, you see him? Bayou Dad. Crazy. I sound honestly sound like my dad's voice. Orson, where are you, baby? It really did when he said baby. It really sounded and then look, he was looking for him, right? And then watch. Hang on. Yep.
Can Spirit say one of their names to validate that you know what I'm talking about?
They said it for me. Wake up. I'm missing. So sad. Look, got hope for you. Won't we bring it in your head? They do. They be putting stuff in my head. I promise you they do. And it's just like a knowing. I just know. I just know some things, and not all the time am I right, but a lot of times I am right. We've met. I don't know what that is.
Was the adoptive dad, was he angry?
Look, I asked about, I think the adoptive dad just now. I think that's what I said, but that fucker's at, like, the spirits are pissed.
Exactly.
It's him.
Was he enraged about something?
Yes, who raised him? Look, pan out the city. That's what he's saying. They're telling them that's where the boys are going to be. They got to pan out the fucking city. Not just California City, but I think all surrounding cities. If they, once they pan out California City first, then, start creating a ripple effect of the pan out, you know what I mean? Like they definitely, I know they're searching right now, but they might just have to start, and that's where, like, the internet comes in, and people that are, in that area and stuff like that, like, you gotta be looking for this shit, man.
Okay, I just wanted to see what we can find out. I know I heard the names. Thank you guys so much. Yes, we will do this again, and I'll do it through the portal, okay?
And sometimes they say two things at one time. There's like a whisper coming through, and then you can, hear the other one a little bit more. But I definitely heard two at the same time. I kept replaying them over and over when I was editing, and it was two at once. And there was a couple of those in this. What the heck are they talking about? So I said, I'm going to do another session, but I think I'm going to do it on the portal. And I said, what do you think about that? He said, hell yeah. And then he goes, drop top. And I think it said Bobby, excited. Like, what? Watch.
I know I heard the names. Thank you guys so much. Yes, we will do this again, and I'll do it through the portal, okay? He said, hell yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, wow, I said thank you.
Right? Like, signing off. Thank you. That's how they talk. They talk very, like, cryptic and symbolic, and it's crazy, but I love it.
Yeah, I don't know, guys.
Okay, so yeah, that was it. I just wanted to go through that with you guys, and like I said, I will put that that link in the description, or if the one I post on Facebook, I will put it in the post. I'll put it in the post so that you guys could just either click on it or copy and paste, whatever, because I know sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my longest video I've ever done, and I just enjoyed myself. So if you guys enjoyed this and want me to do this more, like, you know, going through the sessions and breaking them down, what I think, you know, they were talking about, and how that relates to, you know, whatever it is that I'm, you know, focusing on at the time. So yeah, like I said, I love you guys, and talk to you later.